Hey, Chris here. What to do immediately after recording sessions for podcasting. So you record a podcast episode. As soon as it ends, what should you do? Well, first of all, back up all the files immediately. Save them somewhere else. Even if they're local, I always upload all the files directly to a Dropbox just to have a copy in the cloud. And also, if I'm using services like Riverside or Squadcast, I will, immediately download all the files from Squadcast or Riverside and then, of course, back them up too. So backing up all the files immediately, that's just a great practice to get into. The second thing is, this is not very common, but sometimes when you record podcast episodes, you might change around your studio a little. You might use a different microphone, or you might set up a different piece of gear or move something, and maybe you're only making that change for that episode, which is fine, which is good. So after the session, though, it's a good habit to basically put your studio back to its normal state. So if you have a special piece of equipment that you took out to use just for this episode, after the session, I would pack it up and put it away if I wasn't going to use it again immediately. So just kind of keeping my workspace a little cleaner. And it's not just keeping your workspace cleaner. It's that when you, for instance, the next day, if you're going to sit down to record another podcast episode, it's good for your studio to be in its default state so that when you walk into your studio or sit down at your desk, everything is set up in its normal way, and so that you can immediately get going. You don't have to spend time reconfiguring things or moving that piece of gear or changing your microphone back. Anyway, that's just an idea. And another thing you can do, which I do, is pretty much immediately I will clean up all the recorded files. So let's say I had a guest who had some background noise, or someone had, a large hum in their audio. I like to clean up the files right after the session. Now, you don't have to do this, but I like doing it because it's still fresh in my mind what the audio sounds like, right? So the guest maybe who had an air conditioner on, or a guest who had some noise or some issue with their sound, I can immediately fix it because it's fresh in my memory what I need to do to fix it. So I'll just fix it right after the session. And even with my own voice and any other participants, even if I don't have to fix their audio, I do usually run it through iZotope RX just to level it. And also RX is where I can see if it needs any correction or help or any fixing. So that's what I do immediately after sessions. I know there's probably a bunch of other stuff you could do. I just thought of another one. You could write down your thoughts about that episode. Hey, I liked when the guest told about this subject, and you can sort of do a brain dump and get your notes down too while they're fresh in your mind. Anyway, that's it. Simple video today. I know. Look, these videos are just meant to be small topics, just for good reminders and good little pieces of information and training. So they're not meant to be earth-shattering, just like the daily goodies. So, don't forget my Podcast Engineering Show podcast you can listen to, the daily goodie emails you can sign up for, and of course, podcastengineeringschool.com. That's where I teach people I have a course that teaches people how to earn a great living from home producing podcasts. Yeah, from home, make a great living and develop a career for yourself. That's what I teach people how to do. It's great. I love it. They love it. All right, well, that's it. We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. We'll see you next time. Bye.